All right, cold open for today's show because a listener, Meat Watcher, sent us an email today and said, here is a very tasteful piss intro.
You know, Meat Watcher, of course, is Ty Ty, Why Won't You Kiss Me?
Right. So let's start the show.
Tasteful and Piss Watcher.
Meat Watcher.
Tasteful piss intro.
There it all is.
Yep.
This is going to be a circus.
Here we go.
I'm Tyler, your Remchuck, here to tell you I'm fucking disgusting, bro. And I generally stink like piss because I don't wash my hands. I piss on them. I piss on them. I piss on them.
Oilers Nation real life.
Full of piss. New pod taking the piss. I piss on them.
I actually piss all over myself. Like, the hands aren't even the problem.
Wow. Piss on them. Piss on them.
Oh, somebody drinking their own urine is totally plausible.
You can find a way to mix in a pee jar.
Full of piss on them.
Sometimes I don't even take it out. I just go.
I don't wash my hands. I piss on them. Piss on them.
You'll be shocked to know that Tyler Remchuck is
That touched
absolutely
everything you
elated.
needed.
That's so funny. Oh my God.
That took some work.
Took some work. Meat Watcher.
That is the
Respect.
funniest fucking thing we've ever heard on this podcast.
Yeah, Meat Watcher.
Audience one.
Where do you think he got the name Meat Watcher from?
He's a fan of Wilhock beef jerky. He's just been like wandering around the city.
Watches meat?
Yeah.
Watching for it.
Shit.
He's always watching for it.
Great work, Meat Watcher.
That was golden.
So in order to get on that clip, you just had to have said piss in an episode?
He had to look through a lot of, unless he has a tool of some sort.
Oh, he's got a tool. He's a meat watcher.
Yeah, he was doing some digging in there.
Did you listen to every episode for the word piss?
Well, that one episode in particular, there have been a lot of
There's a lot of piss
soundbites.
talk.
Yeah, I feel like we have a couple episodes titled Piss Talk.
That'll be a
piss somewhere in the
leading
title.
indicator.
We did a couple of weeks straight with updates on the Wizard as well. So
Yeah.
gone but never forgotten.
Is he, like, his account's gone?
Yeah, his account's gone. He got removed for content that was not deemed.
He must have bounced back as something else.
He's on that,
I hope so.
singer.
He's on that Trump platform.
Is he?
Oh, Truth Social.
Wouldn't surprise you.
That was one of the times, Bag Milk, in our time knowing each other, which is long, that I felt behind. I came running to you digitally, sending you that guy the second I heard about a piss drinker. And you were like, I've been watching this for weeks.
Yeah,
And I was
loved
like,
him.
I'm a step behind.
He was great because at first he started off, he was trying to get off the sauce, if you will.
Right.
He only made it 4 days, though. The lure of the deliciousness dragged him right back in.
Well, that's how it goes. Speaking of piss, that's pretty crazy how Liv Golf and PGA merge, man. What the fuck?
Can you imagine being Rory McIlroy and for the last year you were like, united front, like players stand, like the PGA will survive this, blah. And then Jay Monahan's like,
Tiger Woods turned down rumored $700 to $800 million as recently as last year.
Rory was $500 million. He was 500.
You got to respect Tiger.
Hideki Matsuyama was $300 million.
So, like, what happens, though? Like, merge.
So
Do they get a lift
They
now?
haven't merged. So and also, Rory's very clear about this because he's obviously been a hardline anti-liver. They have not merged. A new entity is formed that now owns PGA, Liv, DP Tour.
So I've been very much engulfed in this.
Well, you got to
Pun
explain.
intended.
You got to explain.
So
Well, that's golf.
the worst.
for you.
Okay, so
Oh, no.
the worst thing that happened was all the PGA Tour players reportedly found out about this the same time we all did. It
On
was
Twitter?
Yeah, it was
Because I saw the
CNBC.
one guy, the Canadian dude. He's just like, great to find this out on Twitter.
Yep. So CNBC posted a press release saying that BJ and Liv were merging, and
They're not
everybody
merging.
thought it was fake.
Rory, there's
But
a new
then
entity.
the actual press release came out, and it kind of took the golf world by storm.
I thought it was fake.
I thought it was fake. Everybody thought it was
I thought
fake.
it was a fake CNBC news account. I'm like, but it's got 750,000 followers. I'm like, but I guess that parody AOC account also has a bunch.
That's what I thought. I'm like, this is bad. This is why Twitter should have verification. I swear PGA and Liv just merged. And then,
yeah.
There's
Back to
so
you.
many things that happened yesterday that it's impossible to get to all of them. But
We have an hour.
I mean, it will
else
take
happened?
literally an hour if people want to listen to a golf podcast. But there's Live players that took this money. Those are guaranteed contracts. The money is in their bank accounts.
So, like, when we were watching, what's it called, that Netflix show,
Full swing.
DJ's talking about I golf less, I make way more. That still remains.
But
Yes.
but the structure of those deals though
it's not money in the bank.
Well, it is money in
It's
the bank.
money in the bank.
It's just if they
Guaranteed.
win a tournament, they don't get money for winning the tournament. It
That's
goes
what I mean.
against the.
Yeah.
They got prepaid
Yes.
a bunch of money.
Sure. Sure. So
Yeah, sorry.
Jay Monahan, the commissioner of the PGA Tour,
He was just looking for his live hand.
looks
Jolton Jay?
awful right now because he said some pretty wicked shit.
Trotted out families of 9/11 victims last year to be like, how do you feel about Liv? And they're like, bad. And he's like, told ya.
Bad.
Bro.
Yeah. And now, like, apparently the PGA Tour had a bunch of elevated events this year. The money that they were paying out this year, John Rahm and Scotty Scheffler have already won more money on the tour this year than any player has won in the past.
Wow.
They had to
Because
make
of the
bigger
elevated
purses.
events, because of the heightened purses, and the way that they did that was the PGA had to go and take a loan out against.
A loan from its savings account.
They had to go.
It's a not-for-profit
It is
at
reported
PGA.
that they
So is
took,
the NFL.
I know, it's ridiculous.
It's an
No,
NFL.
the NFL is not anymore. The NFL is not anymore.
They were.
They were, but they are not anymore.
Sure.
And
church.
so the PGA Tour sitting there as a nonprofit is like
It's on Sunday.
hey, man.
they
we're
haven't gotten to discovering a bunch of litigations that they have coming up, and they are like, we don't need this. We're going to take out a loan against future earnings to pay for this year to keep these guys happy.
No, they didn't want it to come out that the PGA actually has a shit ton of money that they're
PGA
not.
parking lot fund has
Yeah.
12 trillion.
Very well. But the fact is there's dudes on tour right now sitting there thinking, Will Zalatoris is one that comes to
How
mind.
dare you bring him up?
He turned down like $100 million.
Oh, shit.
Got injured on the PGA Tour. So, on the PGA Tour, you don't play, you don't get paid.
Yeah.
He turns down this money, he gets injured, he's not playing right now, and dude now has to sit here and think, I could have taken the backlash from it for like 6 months.
How long is it
And
going
I'd
to take
have
him to make
life-changing
$100
money.
million now?
20 years.
So, the question is how does Liv make, or how does PGA Tour make this up to their golfers?
They don't. They look them in the eye and say,
Money.
you don't like it? What other leagues are there?
It's now we control the leagues, but now it's
and the
money.
European PGA Tour is also lumped into
Yeah.
this too.
DP,
now
I don't know.
they
Well,
own
how
it all.
smart,
DB
how
or
smart
whatever
is
it
the
stands
is
for.
the Saudis and their public?
Their guy is the
Southern fund?
chairman now of this new entity. So the PGA guy now reports to them.
They took
Yeah,
oil
he's the
money.
CEO still,
And
then,
he's
yeah,
the chairman.
They took oil money that they have, knowing that oil is, someday it's going to run out. And they are making into legitimate investments into the future. In 2 years, nobody's going to remember this. And they are going to be now sitting at the table. If you have a place at the PGA table, you now have the opportunity to talk to John Deere, Rocket Mortgage, all these different companies that sponsor these events and sponsor these players, which would never talk to the Saudi Foreign Investment Fund. They would just never talk to them. It was like taboo. And Phil Mickelson, Greg Norman.
Greg
Liv
Norman, like,
opened
what is
up
Greg
this
Norman
door.
now? You're the worst guy in the world,
Dude, he
Greg Norman.
facilitated a deal that basically, I don't know. Does he lose today? Do we look at Greg Norman?
No,
We're like,
because he's on the side that now owns the PGA.
yeah.
He's got his because he's
He owns part of the PGA.
Well,
now.
but like-
is he a part owner of Liv?
he's the face of Liv.
But I don't know.
I
That
don't
he's
know what-
necessarily an owner. I think.
No,
they're
I
kind
know,
of-
but he's with the PIF.
yeah.
And PIF now owns the entity
Yes.
that owns the
And
PGA.
who knows how much money they gave the PGA? Because the PGA isn't just going to do this. So if Tiger
Well,
turned
money
down,
goes into the new entity.
yes, but if Tiger turned down 700, what did the PGA say yes to?
And who benefits from it? If it's like, well, obviously we know who benefits from it, but like,
Who owns the PGA?
well, it's a
Who
not for
owned
profit.
the Chiefs?
It's an organization. It's not like I don't think it's
But
a
like-
not for profit. That's sitting on like it just. There's like a big expose to be done on the PGA now.
Yes, it's like the soccer people when they blew up and the guy threw money in their face. Remember that?
Yeah.
I love the
What was his name?
the
Sepp
tweet from-
Blatter?
the tweet from Full Swing, the Netflix show.
Yeah.
All it said was, "You better believe we were recording when the players found this out."
That rules.
Can't not wait.
Just a picture
But like,
of Rory
I'm
reading
shocked.
his
Like,
phone.
wouldn't the PGA have jurisdiction over that show when they want to? Anyways,
It's such a big story. They probably have to just kind
yeah.
of.
It's It's just,
Is The Rock right now looking at his investment in the XFL like, and the NFL's like,
they could potentially they could potentially sport wash anything now. They could go do a tennis. They could go do, think about all the leagues that they could now do this to.
XFL?
I mean, who wants it?
800 million.
10 million.
Welcome.
We should sell them
Welcome.
the CFL. That's a great idea.
Can we get a better product?
By the Edmonton Elks. We haven't had a win in a decade, and 4 people go to games.
Isn't the campaign this year for the Elks? You don't have to pay for tickets until they win.
I think it's like if you go to a home game, if you go to a home game and they lose, you get a voucher for the next home game.
Victor Cui is doing everything he can, short of kicking field goals to fix this
He was
problem.
given a tough hand.
He is doing a great job.
But the argument, I saw people online getting really pissed about this. Can you imagine being an Elks season ticket holder? And they're just telling people hey, by the way, if we don't win, you can just keep coming back every week for free. And you paid up front for season tickets. Oh, fuck me, I guess. Okay, sorry. I saw some people mad about that.
They don't get to come to the meet and greet, though.
Nah. Or the locker room sale.
And if you catch a football that they throw into the stands, you have to throw it back.
It's just for the joy of catching it. Then you give it back. Kind of like at baseball games where if you catch a foul ball, you can go redeem it. I know the prospects used to do that.
Oh,
For a gumball?
Different economic.
What would you
model.
redeem it for?
Or ticket to the next game.
Oh, wow.
Getting the
They
ball
would
back.
give you a free ticket to next game.
Getting the ball back was worth more.
I'll never forget the time I was walking past the ball diamond and someone hit a foul ball and there was a kid in the parking lot and I ran that little shit down and took that ball away from that kid.
Oh, yeah.
And no one saw. I don't know where his
33 years
parents
old.
were. Yeah, I was very old. I don't know where his parents were, but he lost at a foot race that day. I still have the baseball.
Yeah, it's right here in this glass case in the studio.
No.
No, that's a
That is
signed
a very
Chrissy Intern.
Yeah, it's a very important ball.
That was thrown out of the
Keep
World
just
Series.
swinging?
Just keep swinging.
This week in sports, knowing that there's an NBA final and an NHL finals happening.
No, there's
Stanley Cup
not.
finals. It's amazing how many stories aren't about that, and it's been the most fun week of sports.
You got the
Lionel Messi.
Vlad Gavrikov extension.
Well, actually, that trade is insane, but you got the Liv merger,
Yeah.
and you've got Messi coming to.
Messi
This
coming
is
to America.
bananas.
Coming to America. Inter Miami, baby. You guys wonder why I listen to Miami show. 3 of the biggest top stories right now in sports all have to do with Miami.
I heard he was offered the port of Qatar to go play overseas, and he turned it down. 4 trillion. What was it? 1.3 billion euros over 3 years.
1.6 billion, 3 years.
What currency?
I'm assuming U.S.
Okay, 3 years.
Mama.
3 years.
So Beckham doesn't pitch him on you're going to make more money, although he does get a percentage of Apple Plus subscription revenue and league-wide Adidas
in
merch. is what I
perpetuity,
read.
it's
There's a window.
yeah.
But how do you talk Lionel Messi off of a 1.3 billion?
But this
unit
could
mountain?
be Messi's. What's Messi's career earnings? It's probably
Let's see what we
5,
can
6,
find.
7,
good old
800
career
million,
earnings game.
right?
Let's see
Messi
what we can
career
find.
earnings.
Right, it's probably up there. I bet you this MLS is a fucking rocket ship right now. What is it?
820 million.
According to Google, the Daily Mail,
I don't know. Dollars.
$1.15 billion on and off the pitch through salary and endorsements.
So he's made an insane sum of money, insane, and now he's got an opportunity to come and be the next Beckham to MLS. Beckham took it to this point. Yeah. He's now going to come in and be the next amplifier to make a team 600 million to 1.5 billion.
But what's wild though,
and he's
is
going to be connected to all that value creation. Does he get that? Does he make 1.6 billion from his MLS deal? Who knows?
What does he do? Beckham flies over and he's got his suit on and his tattoos and he sits down next to Messi.
like,
He's just like,
hey, what's going on?
I won't do the accents, but is he just like, these Americans fucking don't know what's going on, man. You know how much money you're going to make if you get over here and you're playing like you do? You're going to be the gun of guns over here.
Exactly. You're going to be good, but also he's got the ability to own a team. Yeah. He's got all, actually, yeah, he that MLS deal will make him more than what that Saudi offer was.
Lifetime, maybe.
Lifetime. Because if he owns the team, and he's already made 1 point, it's sure, take
but
the one.
already made. Ronaldo didn't need the money.
I know, and he still did it.
Do you think that
he should have come to MLS?
Do you think
think about the deal he could have got?
Wow.
Ronaldo with the LA Galaxy.
Well, what's wild too is that when Beckham showed up, he was at the tail end of being.
We were
good with
laughing
Beckham.
at him. We're like, oh, Herbalife, you suck. Remember, you got like a percentage of Herbalife to join the MLS? Remember? They were like the league sponsor in the Galaxy, and they got a percentage of the Herbalife or something to do the deal.
So do you think that, and I'm going to go back to golf because it's all kind of the business of sports.
Herbalife.
Do you think that when Greg Norman was pitching these players, they said, look, our ultimate goal, we're thinking 5 steps ahead here. You take this money, you're going to take some lashings, but in 5 months, that tour is going to have no option but to take us back, take us in some way, and you will have this money.
They guarantee had a plan.
And there was those players that
I don't think they thought it would
down.
happen this fast. I think the pandemic.
How long was
affected
it?
a lot
Like
of shit.
I
2
bet
years?
you because it got
2
legal
years.
and there had
How
to
long
be
was it?
disclosure.
Oh,
I
gosh.
bet you
I mean,
PG's
the
like, we don't
whole
want to
live
disclose
tour.
all this stuff.
What were they asking for?
I don't know. They're in like antitrust lawsuits or something.
The idea of the Live Tour has been going on for a while.
It's
But
bullshit. 54 holes. Their TV deals with bloody
It was
Target.
a year ago right now that
Gas
guys
station
started to
TV.
go to
Oh, so
Live
we're like talking
and
about a
stop
calendar
playing
here.
on PGA Tour events.
Like you can only see it in an elevator. Yeah. But it was just a ruse. It was always supposed to just get off the ground and be
Was it a
shitty.
Trojan horse to own part of the PGA?
Guaranteed.
That's crazy.
You
if
gotta-
that's what it is.
You gotta
That's
think
how
it.
you get to be made the chairman. If that's
You
what
got to
happened.
think it. Phil Mickelson said very early his whole mission was to change the way golf was, that players weren't being compensated enough, and that he was willing to be a martyr to change the way that golf was structured.
He also wanted to wear shorts.
And 2 weeks
He's
ago,
lost a lot of weight,
two
too.
weeks
Because he
ago,
gets to be seen in his shorts.
I think even further back, like a month ago, when he was at the Masters and further on, conversations he was having, it's been said that he was like, listen, just wait. I know things you don't. It'll all come on. And
Really?
And then he was quiet for a bit, but then as like 2 weeks ago, he started to amp up some of his talk on Twitter and like Instagram and stuff. And he knew this was coming. Of
course,
there's just no.
It's called leverage,
The
right?
PGA
PGA
Tour
so mean
players
to
that
you?
say they didn't know, like there had to,
Like,
where the smoke
not
was
Rory.
Optically, it's the small fish just gobbled the big fish. Optically.
Yes.
The small fish is backed by every dollar.
And the
under
big fish
sun.
has some
And from
secrets
what
it doesn't
we-
want the rest of the pond to know about.
From all reports, they were on the CW. Nobody was watching. They didn't have a TV deal,
Yeah. They
and their
didn't
money
care.
was and the money
was never the
the money
plan.
was never running out. But they were not producing what they needed to.
But that was like they didn't like that was. I guarantee that was never the plan.
Rather than
No, I
buy
get
the
it. That's what I'm
PGA,
saying,
we'll
like-
Trojan horse our way in.
Yeah,
If you're filming
they
the
just
sim-
went through all the motions, did
And
all
you're
the
Greg
things.
Norman, and you're like, in 1 year from now, we will pay a bunch of players godly sums of money, and the final goal will be that we will be back with the PGA Tour in full force.
If they knew that, Tiger would have taken the check.
I don't think
Nobody would have been more plugged
Yeah.
into Intel than
when
Tiger.
you have so much money, though, and
No,
you're
it's-
like, listen,
and that's
their
true.
reputations
That's
all
true.
took
If you're
a
like
hit, though.
Tiger, buddy, there's going to be like 2 years. and
Their
you're back in it.
reputations took a hit, and some
Yeah.
guys were willing to do it for the amount of money. And I don't think Tiger, for what? He's already got life-changing money. He's got his kids.
You're not
kids,
thinking like a
kids.
rich guy, though, right? Like that guy, one of the biggest divorces ever, where he had to part with. Why does he do public appearances? Why is he building golf courses? Money. It's
I think
not
that's
enough.
because he's bored.
Well, he wasn't too bored, you know? But I don't know. I think rich people always want more.
Unless you're Messi.
I think
I
Messi's
think Messi's
going to
getting
get more.
I'm believing
Yeah, okay,
this. They're
good
like,
point, yeah.
what is 60-year-old Messi doing in Saudi Arabia? Have you thought this through? He's
Yeah,
probably
it's,
like,
it's,
fuck.
there's a 3-year shelf life.
Are you going to turn into an Inter-Miami game? Apparently, he's going to start playing with the team midway through this season, which is
Wow, really?
Yeah.
it's not just starting next year. It's apparently
like in
happening.
July.
Is he
or
the best
something.
player that will ever play against the Vancouver Whitecaps?
Well, for sure. He's probably the best player that's ever played.
I'm kidding, obviously.
Well, they had Beckham,
Oh, okay.
Abramovich.
No.
But
he's
it's
Roman Abramovich?
he's a different.
No,
Oligarch?
Is Zlatan or
But will you and how will you tune into an Inter-Miami game?
I will not. It is on Apple Plus, and I don't have a smart toaster.
Oh, they play in Toronto on September 20th.
What did you say? Bag Milk said that Miami tickets to Inter-Miami went up
1,000%.
the minute that happened.
So it would be like $44 a ticket or whatever, and it
Excuse
jumped
you.
up to
Well
like
said.
and Inter
whatever.
Miami's odds of winning the MLS Cup went from like 22,000 plus 22,000 to like plus I don't know
Imagine you're
4,000.
in Barcelona and you're like walking down an office hallway and you can hear Messi in the room like signing to Inter Miami, and you go on to StubHub and purchase 17,000 tickets to Inter Miami for $20 each,
So-
and then wait for a week. You'd have Messi money.
Average ticket price to the Inter Miami just before this was about $29. You can now see them for $300 each.
Tell you what I will do. I'll watch the highlights of it on SportsCenter and go,
and do nothing. Yeah. Can you imagine being someone who's locked into season tickets for the rest of the year and just being like, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, you're paying for your tickets there.
the amount of merch they're going to move is going to be. You see that one owner just dropped the weird tweet? No. So there was a weird, like, shadowy jersey that just said I at the end of it.
Oh.
And people were like, what the fuck?
Whose name ends in I?
Messi.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sergei Fedorovi.
Oh, I thought we were talking about somebody other than Messi.
No, it was Messi. But, like, that guy dropped it on his personal Twitter. He doesn't even know that many followers. He's the owner of the team. That is a shocking... Messi did a white hat move by coming, I think, to the MLS.
Yeah.
That is one of the all-time black hat moves by the PGA.
Yep.
I would still maintain players didn't know as recently as a year ago, or Tiger would have taken the money.
It is
Cash
weird when
structure.
you look at like the purse money. I guess like so like the winner of the Masters this year got like $3 million, and I get that it's for like one weekend of work, but like that does seem low when you look at the way sports contracts are going around the world, right?
Bloody John Morant missed out on $40 million by not making the All-Star game.
Yeah, like I mean, a shitty pitcher in Major League Baseball will make $12 million in a season, and it's like really the winner of the Masters. Think of all the
There
eyeballs.
isn't franchises competing with
I
each
know,
other. Right?
yeah, it's really weird that like the purse prices are still that low.
If you signed a
Secrets.
guaranteed deal with Liv, are you obligated to like a record contract to get all that money earned through Liv
There's
earnings?
there's some amount of time you have to stay there, and if you don't, you forfeit like some crazy amount of your contract. So they were locked in. I don't know, like that is what it kind of at a
They
high
just make
level
them
is.
play in like a municipal golf course in Jacksonville to earn their contract. Now the PGA's got them in purgatory. Oh, you're contracted to play 54
So, yeah.
holes, Dustin.
So the PGA is like, oh, if they want to come back, they're going to face heavy fines. But like, what does that even mean?
What? How? The company's merged.
Yeah,
There's
that
going to be a
doesn't-
legality there.
Oh God.
There's a lot to come out in the next couple weeks. And it's just funny that you have only one of the big tour superstars right now playing the RBC Championship, which is in Oakdale. And it's Rory.
Yeah.
And like
Canadian Open's dragged into drama
all the rest of
yet
them are just
again.
sitting there being like, what in the fuck?
Rory must be like, fuck, he must be so pissed.
I saw a quote.
and like let down by the CEO of the PGA.
Oh, yeah.
Like he
Could you
went
imagine going out there as basically the face of the PGA Tour? You're fighting for what's right. You're fighting for what's good. You don't take the money. You're doing these things, and then all of a sudden, the people that you're supporting, that you're doing this for, turn around and make a deal with the people that you were doing it against.
Yeah.
What a
And-
slap in the face.
and not telling you like until after the fact.
Yeah, and when you think that this whole time he has been the most plugged in PGA Tour, like he's in the room, he's on the committee.
So much so that like it's almost tarnished his image a bit. Like
Yes,
you're just
he's
like
so
enough.
pro
Like
PGA.
fuck.
No, I think
So does he get any more money now or what?
Who, Rory?
Yeah.
I'm assuming the purses are going to go up.
But his golf is taking a hit, I think.
But, like,
in part
what
of it.
leverage
he's
did Liv
carrying the
have?
brunt of this.
What were they at the table other than disclosure and a lawsuit? What levers did they have to pull?
Money.
We'll give you a bunch of money, your purses go up. We'll
I
give you a
believe
bunch
you
of money.
think that PGA has more money than they do.
I guarantee you they do.
Not for
Allegedly,
profit?
in my
Yeah,
opinion.
How much money do you think they make off? Again, I know it's not a part of it, but like, think of these tournaments, bro, and the massive corporate sponsors that come in
And
there.
the
like,
TV money.
yeah.
But it's not Saudi money.
Go
No,
look,
it's not.
Go
but
look up
it's-
what the Cincinnati Reds like local TV deal is, and then be like, I wonder how much the PGA is getting for each of these tournaments. Like,
Cincinnati Reds, how electric is Ellie De La Cruz?
Oh, they never have to disclose it.
yeah,
They never have to say how much money they make off TV. They never just.
They got too deep, so they're like, "Hey, how much can you put into this? What like, and I now want my live contract, CEO of PGA."
So that guy in charge.
I think I'm
He must have.
speculating like
Why
a
would he
fucking
otherwise
banshee.
ruin his reputation as one of
Like-
the biggest corporate sellouts ever for no money.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's some.
Imagine the XFL did this. Imagine their ratings got so huge for games that the NFL was like, oh shit. And then they had to, how many teams in the XFL? Like 10 or 12? The Rock suddenly owns 12 NFL franchises.
So if I started a website called Oilers Faction, It was a Oilers faction fan site. And then I came to a bunch of people in that office over there, and I said, hey.
I'll Ronaldo onto your team immediately, Chalmers.
And then you'd have to merge with me. That'd
Chalmers,
be a good move.
I'll
hey?
come onto your new website.
This is just another version of the Michael Scott paper company.
That's my favorite thing. The two golf memes that drive me crazy is the not Tropic Thunder. It's the Will Ferrell one where he's the NBA and his league are merging. And what is that stupid movie? Jackie Moon. What is that movie?
Semi-pro.
Semi-pro. And then the Michael Scott paper company is two of the best memes out there right now.
I'll start another company and another company
and another. I mean, I've got all the names. He goes, Michael. That's one of them. Yep. Because I don't care. It's not about the company.
Yeah.
Our balls are in your hands.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Our balls are in your court.
What are you talking about?
The Office.
The Office.
Oh, ha!
When he starts his own paper company and then sells it back to Dunder Mifflin when he literally has nothing for a multi-million-dollar buyout.
That's a Steve Jobs move.
Steve Jobs move. You ever watch Silicon Valley, Chalmers? When he's getting money from the VC and he's hot and he pulls his balls out and puts them on the table, and then their deal goes to shit and he comes back and they're like, aren't you going to pull your balls out, Mr. Bachman? That's one of the best.
Erlich Bachman is one of the greatest
That show's great.
characters of all time.
It's such a fun
Ultimately, on that show, what was their invention? It was something that could compress.
Yeah.
It could make data on your phone way
Then it
smaller.
It's very well written. Like the theory of what they were doing and stuff, if you had a company that did that, it would do very well.
Well, but you've seen the end, right?
I've never. I quit.
Have you seen it to the end?
I quit like halfway.
How long ago did it end?
Oh, maybe 3 years ago. You should see it through.
Yeah.
You should see
I
what
don't know how to
happened.
watch shit anymore.
Like it's
Ended in 2020.
How do I get that show?
It's on Crave.
Crave?
Yep.
How do I get Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Disney.
Really?
Yeah. Oh.
I see a lot of memes about that. I've never seen.
I've
one
never
episode.
seen 1 second of one episode.
That in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
So
My favorite show.
this is someone who just started It's Always Sunny like 6 weeks ago. It lives up to the hype. It's fucking unhinged,
Is
bro.
it?
It's so fun.
I want to watch.
I've only
It's
seen like just
one of my favorite
clips.
shows of
Until
all time.
Wanye Jr. cogitates the sentence, I want Disney Plus, he's not. I'm never going to get it. When he wants it, he'll
That's
get it.
my problem.
He's a boss.
There's
We'll
too many
get it soon
streaming
enough.
services.
I make it a rule to never have more than 2. They are so easy to cancel and then just jump back in. So like I wanted to watch It's Always Sunny, fired up at Disney Plus, canceled my Crave. If I want something on Crave, I'd cancel my Netflix for a month.
Just like
That's
when
smart.
you watch a show, then you cancel it when you're done watching the show.
Pretty much. That's the only way to like not get roped into sitting there and being like, because I still pay for cable because I like watching sports
If there
events.
wasn't
live.
Oilers games, I would never watch cable.
Me too.
I watch enough of other sports that like make
I
sense.
literally only pay for cable because that one instance where you're sitting down and you see something in the guide and you're like, oh my God, I want to watch this right now. And then if I was to go to that, it would say a subscription was required. I just wouldn't be able to handle that. So I just get them all.
You have every channel?
Yeah.
You have every channel on cable.
We just get the whole damn thing.
And
Holy shit.
How many streaming services does your house have?
Netflix, Apple, Crave.
Amazon.
Well, you get Crave with your cable package.
Chalmers, are you taking
Yeah, because they
applications to
charge
be
you
your
tack an
child?
extra $20
Yeah,
bucks
they
a month
charge
onto
you.
it.
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime, but that you get that with your Prime
You have
membership.
like Hulu.
no
we
Hulu.
can't get Hulu here.
And then Disney
Disney?
Plus. I have Disney Plus.
Peacock?
No Peacock.
Oh yeah, do you have Paramount within?
Yeah, Paramount
No
Plus.
Paramount. No Paramount. And which I should because I loved Yellowstone.
Yeah, you gotta
And then
sit
when
there.
they put it on there with 18, I should get it. That's gonna probably.
I
be,
waited. I was pissed. I let the dust settle. Then I bought it.
When you were a kid, Chalmers, did you have a cable box on top of your TV, and did you have Super Channel?
Yeah. Do you remember we had that
This
very
is
first ever
outrageous.
cable box, Videotron?
Yeah, you
Remember?
play games on
You
it.
could
Video
play,
way.
You could play blackjack, like interactive
Peter Hill.
blackjack on it.
And there was a game that was like the
Yeah.
original kind of brick breaker, but
Yeah.
not. It was
You could
called
play it with your
Onyx, and
remote
it was pinball.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Well, my rich friend Chris Chalmers
We played that for
is
about a
living
week
quite a
and then-
life.
So I guess
just like
and
the pool table, we played it for about a week.
I saw a
Just sat
tweet.
there.
I saw a tweet, and this is the rise of Peter Hill.
Peter Hill.
I saw a tweet about the BlackBerry movie.
It's so good.
There's no mention of Brick Breaker,
No,
which is fucking
The
mind
greatest
blowing.
thing research and emotion ever
Exactly.
developed.
Exactly.
that movie rules. I
There
loved
should be
it.
a Brick Breaker movie where all the pieces are voiced by celebrities, and as you hit them, Chris Pratt goes, "Ow!"
What a flaw in the game where when you go through the levels the first time, the second time you go through the levels, the speed is doubled. Much harder. You get through the levels a second time,
It slows back
and
down.
it goes back to fucking original speed. Meaning,
You gotta do the
You can
double
go
run
forever.
Oh yeah,
But you had to break through the second speed, though.
That was just it. But if you did, and remember, some of our friends would never let their phone die.
Yeah,
because
your phone
tape the battery on.
Because it would
Kill the game.
It would kill the game. So you'd have to always have a charge.
I remember a game of Brick Breaker ending due to shady circumstances on my phone, and I was so enraged, I threw it across the room, and it like broke into smithereens. And that was the story of my first BlackBerry Pearl coming.
Oh, the Pearl was
The one with
such
the one with
fine
the clicker
piece of
wheel on the
technology.
side is the one I was the best at.
Oh yeah, you were. Yeah,
I was a side clicker
You're
guy.
the
yeah.
big thick boy, didn't you?
Yeah, he had
the
one of
big
the
thick
first
boy
ones.
too,
Yeah,
but that was the first one.
Yeah.
The second one where it had the roll ball on the side of it, where now like an Apple phone would have its lock button. That was a new level for me. I was good at that one.
I remember getting BBM messages and being like,
BDM.
BlackBerry Messenger, remember?
I don't think it's BDM.
BBM.
BGSS.
I know what you got. BDM. Yep.
But being like, imagine one day there's going to be the last message on the BlackBerry Messenger. I'm like, that won't be for 1,000 years. I remember thinking to myself. And literally they realize Apple, everybody wanted to jailbreak Apple so they could make games for the phones. Apple said no third-party developers allowed. But so many people jailbroke their phone, they're just like, fine, fuck it. They've sold over $1 trillion in apps. BlackBerry's like, we're writing everything from Brick Breaker to nothing. And then nobody wanted Brick Breaker anymore.
Fun part of the movie is when they're all in the BlackBerry office watching the iPhone release, and it's just the footage from when Steve Jobs was up there doing it. It's a great movie. Fantastic movie, in fact.
What about
Where
this?
do you
What
get it
about
again?
this?
I watched it in theaters. I went to a theater to watch it.
You can stream it right now. I
You
think.
think the virtual reality headset that they have, partial virtual reality, for $3,500? What the hell is going on?
Get it on a Rogers plan. 10 years.
10 years locked into something I might never put on my face.
$80 a month
Second time.
for 30 years.
But think how sweet you'd be looking if you're just wearing goggles.
I'm going to
everywhere.
dig a 6-foot hole and take a fucking long nap. If I start
VR
seeing people walking around,
You're
those
going to.
goddamn things on their face
You're
everywhere I
going to.
go.
Well,
It's
we're
gonna
gonna
happen.
see. I can't wait to see
better
people
not.
getting caught jerking off in their cars and stuff. Just like when Zoom was a thing, and everybody was just like on Zoom for the first time. People get caught. It's gonna happen.
VR
Can't
sucks until one day it won't. So the example I'll give you is, remember how we used to laugh at video phones? Remember the old video phones, how terrible they were? And there was like companies raising money to do video phone services. And they had their own handsets, and it was terrible. I remember thinking, there's never going to be a video phone in our lifetime. Until one day they rolled out FaceTime.
Yeah, you just
and
video call
suddenly,
everybody.
I think VR is going to be the same way. It's stupid. Zuckerberg lost $100 quintillion.
Okay.
Until one day,
Devil's advocate, how many times do you FaceTime somebody in a week?
I prefer
I think the
FaceTime
number's
over a
probably
phone call.
10?
I FaceTime all the time.
I FaceTime all the time.
Like my parents like to FaceTime.
I only do it at like 2 in the morning.
Wanye
usually.
Jr., as a youth, will not pay attention unless he can see you.
Oh,
He'll run around, but if he can see you, he's locked right in.
our kids are screwed.
Well,
Like how many times have we FaceTimed Amber together?
All
Yeah.
the time, bro. She loves it.
She loves it.
That's the only way I communicate with Amber.
Yep.
Does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
FaceTime.
All right, we got to give some love to Wilhock Beef Jerky,
innovative.
the FaceTime of beef jerky. All these other places were trying beef jerky. They weren't doing it as good as Trent Wilhock and Company. Tell you that. 3 stops in Edmonton, Spruce Grove, Leduc, West Edmonton Mall.
Did you get some for you at the Nino the other day?
What? Oh, when I was at the Nino, yes, I did.
Yeah, of course you did.
You know I'd be popping.
Did you go on the way in or the way out when you were flush with cash?
Go on the way in. You don't want to run any risk of running out of money.
Well, you need that protein injection so
Yep.
you can make proper
Yeah.
decisions on the blackjack table.
Are you eating Wilhock Beef Jerky while you're doubling down?
Betting Wilhock beef jerky.
Yeah.
It's as good as money.
Getting those chips greasy.
All right, we'll step aside for a quick break.
It's as good as money. Color coming in.
All right. Big 3-way trade in the NHL.
You asshole. You said it somewhere on social media. I can't believe it. We're doing our show and there's a big trade today. And I'm like, big trade? And I literally went a-looking.
I did too, actually, because I just had
Wasn't
the
a big
notification
trade.
come up.
Big trade today on the show, and I was hoping people would click and be like, the Oilers made a trade.
I
was
did.
Like, Provorov to Columbus.
So I'm trying to like understand this trade. So
Not.
Columbus gets Provorov. That's just what they get, right?
I'm with you. Like I'm just like
I don't even know.
But it's like,
What we're doing right now.
Philly ends up with a lot of shit.
Philly ends up with like why did they want Cal Peterson? I don't understand it.
Because they got picks for it.
Okay.
Columbus would only give up a first and a second for Provorov if money was retained. Philly was like, we don't want to retain on Provorov, but if we bring in the LA Kings, we'll take Peterson's deal, and Walker, probably flip Walker, let LA retain the 30% on Provorov because it's better than keeping Peterson's
Are you talking
contract.
about the Vanderpump finale?
Exactly. Chalmers, I think you'd
I don't
be
know any of these names.
You know, you're sitting here saying you don't care about this at all, and that's
No,
great.
it's not that I don't.
It's
I just don't know these people.
I know. It's just also, there are probably so many people who listen to you do 15 minutes of golf talk off the jump who are in their cars and probably turned off this podcast or skipped ahead.
Including me.
Listen here, nobody listens to this podcast, so everything you're talking about is lies.
And just hold on.
These
Did
aren't even
I do
plugged in.
15 minutes of golf talk, or did we do 15 minutes of golf talk?
But if while you're explaining it, how would you have felt if I just kept jumping in being like, I don't care about him. Who's that? I don't care. Who's that? I don't give a shit.
Tyler is
this out of
throwing
the
it.
air.
He is
I like
getting
Yeah.
up.
Well, I'm just saying,
He's
it is a hockey
beginning to
podcast.
believe.
I am sorry, Tyler. I care about this trade.
No, you don't have to care about
It is
it
a
at
big
all.
deal.
But this is a hockey
Don't
podcast.
you understand that the whole way that the stir fry is made is that you talk about a hockey trade and I tell you it's stupid because it doesn't make any sense, and
There is
then you
nothing
get mad,
premeditated
and
on
that's
this show.
the seasoning
How
on top
dare
of
you.
it.
Imagine this.
That's the
was
seasoning
premeditated.
on top of it.
Imagine we had a full dress run through and there was a full rehearsal exactly like this.
Do you
before
know why-
every show,
do you know why-
And it's all scripted. And we're like, I don't know why, Chalmers. What is the next thing?
Do you know what
Talk
the
over.
animosity is about? Have you
I
listened
assume
to
it's sexual.
Very well could be.
Sexual
because
tension.
I am super horny for getting those clips faster than him. And he is not happy about it.
Yeah, that's actually what it is.
It is.
It probably does have something to do with it.
I'm really
So
pissed
in the
off
last
about it.
so
Whatever you said, you're
Well
right.
done, Charlie. Yes, he's agreed.
People are DMing me saying Chalmers should host Owen every day now. Like it's it's getting to me.
Okay, so he said that he could get any Oilers clip between 2012 to present day.
Yes.
If he watched 5 seconds of
Yes.
it, he could tell you the exact game.
In under 5 minutes.
In under 5 minutes of
5
research.
minutes. Okay.
So we did it 3 times on this show
Yeah.
together
You
at the
sometimes
same
put him in
time.
the group. I'm like, good memories, but I don't know what the context is. Go on.
3-0.
Oh.
Chalmers whoops.
Oh, but he's doing it
I
like
won't-
bullshit little
no,
way.
he doesn't.
He just like the results are
second
there
two-
though.
He
The
goes.
second two
You
is
go analytical. He goes MacGyver.
Yep. I solved problems.
He goes, on the bottom of the ticker of the Oilers
That
Blues
was
game.
we
once.
vixenated that. That was the first one, and then the next two without it, he's still done
Chalmers
it.
has
It's a
street
brute
smarts,
force
your
attack.
check. They're hard to compete
I
with.
know.
That is true. He is deploying street
Has
marks at
street
its
smarts.
finest.
He
He
can
is
size
detective
up
work.
situations and respond.
Okay, but let's
How
just
did you
get...
figure it out, though? I want to hear this. What did you
So
know
the very
bottom?
first time there was a ticker that said that James Harrison has been released from the Bengals. So I just searched that day, done. I was sitting here drinking a Ryan Coke while he was battling for 2.5 minutes trying to figure out when Grebishkov and some other dude were on the ice together. The second time wasn't the face-off 2017. It was when Taylor Hall crashes into a net against the Winnipeg Jets. I just simply searched Taylor Hall leaves game, Winnipeg Jets. Boom.
Oilers Nation article.
Tyler, your M-check on, please.
I'm
Exactly.
cross-referencing when Ryan Miller played in net and Nugent Hall were both on the same team, and I'm like, come on.
And then the third time there was a very big clue, but the clue wasn't like a dead giveaway.
But it was massive to me.
But it was massive. And I just simply,
What was the clue?
so on the ice, it said in big letters, face-off, NHL face-off 2017. And so it clearly was 2017, but it was against Winnipeg. It was in Winnipeg. And there was no really other redeeming quality from that.
No, it's because that denotes that it's preseason. Also, there was a player wearing a call-up number in it, so that also tells you it's preseason. So you go preseason 2017 Oilers, Jets, and Winnipeg. Boom.
Tyler actually got that one wrong, I believe.
Because I got rattled.
He did get it wrong.
So that's why you're mad at Chalmers for saying all your stories.
But then here's also what happens, and this is
Taking his hockey
is
credibility.
every
right
time
out of
Every time Chalmers says he's got it, your M-check will then answer like, "Yeah, no, I."
You know what? I got it too. I just I was doing the second.
To be
source
fair, the
journalistic-
second-
I've got it too.
The
Always.
second one when I did get right, I did actually have it. The third time, you just rattled me.
Yep.
You're just
Because
going
I
to
can
come
find
on into the
preseason games.
frame on the Daily Face-Off show and you're going to like suplex your M-check and start talking to Frank Saravalli, eh? I'm your M-check now.
It's just you
Good
know
on
what?
you,
I
Chalmers.
have a certain set of skills like
You're a
Liam
smart guy,
Neeson
man.
and Taken. You know, you show me a clip, I can decipher it. I can do my research
Give me back my son.
very fast. Give me back my. That's not that, is it? No, that's
That is.
no. Give me back my son is
Annie.
Isn't it?
No, that's Harrison Ford.
That's
Get
Harrison
off my
Ford.
plane. You're thinking of Air Force One.
Give me back my son. Isn't that from Taken?
No, that's Harrison Ford.
Mel
that
Gibson
is
in the
from-
movie Ransom. I did it. I researched faster than Chalmers.
Hey, see,
You're
good.
back on top.
I'm up 1-0 in pop culture.
Okay,
Okay,
Ransom. So
Provorov.
what's the famous
Sorry.
Taken one?
I've got a
Give me back
particular
my
set of
daughter.
skills.
Yeah.
No, Liam Neeson's I'll find you and I'll kill you.
His daughter gets kidnapped in the first one.
In everyone.
Yeah, he's a very,
How many daughters does he have?
Three.
The same
I don't
daughter?
know.
Liam Neeson's been in 14 movies
Uh-oh,
where his
it
daughter's
happened
kidnapped.
again.
He's somehow the best and worst father ever to exist.
Have you ever seen that Rock meme where it's 4 shots of the Rock wearing like camouflage, like jungle clothes, and it's like this is 4 different movies, and it's the Rock in the exact same photo with the exact same outfit, and it's 4 different movies. That's Liam Neeson.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm
AMA Travel.
sorry.
AMAtravel.ca if you're looking to save on travel insurance, cruises, vacation packages. I used it to book another trip.
Wow,
this-
you are really
Where are you
avoiding the
going this
grind this
time?
off season. Where are you going?
Going back to Toronto because I really want to see the changes they made to the Jays Stadium.
I'm going to Toronto next week, and I'm mad the Jays aren't in town.
Yeah, I'm basically just doing the same trip I did last year, where I fly into Toronto on Thursday, watch the Jays Thursday, Friday, Saturday, drive to Buffalo, Bills home opener Sunday, fly home Monday.
Can we talk about Manoa for a second? What's going on with him? Is that all mental?
Yeah, I think so.
Jason Momoa?
Yeah.
He's trying to pitch for the Jays. It's not going
That's
well.
ill-advised. You're Aquaman. You
Yeah,
don't have
Aquaman
gills.
can't pitch for the Jays.
He's trying to get a spin-off on a Fast and the Furious movie because those things make bills.
What about the
Aren't him
origin
and Vin Diesel
story
beefing?
of? What was his Game of Thrones character name?
Jon Snow?
Jason Momoa played Jon Snow.
Jason
Oh,
Momoa
he was in Game of Thrones?
Yes, he was a Dothraki. He was like the leader of the Dothraki. That's how you first
Khal
got
Drago.
Khal Drago. That's how you got introduced
Good
to him
God.
the first time.
I didn't even... That's really good.
Jesus, man. Do you
Yeah.
even GOT?
Oh, man. So hard.
Have you guys seen Sylvester Stallone's daughters?
Oh, God.
Hey, he's coming out with a
Your M-Chuck, before you suck air through your teeth as though they aren't beautiful, please look them up. You went,
well, Jennifer Flavin, if it was a babe or is a babe. Sorry, she's
the
alive.
daughters.
babes.
Beyond babes. Now, granted, Sly's a little kooky, so I'm sure that.
Well, there's
don't fall
another
far from the tree.
Expendables coming like 10 years after the last one. 10 years might be aggressive, but
The 4 in the word Expendables, I think it's the A. It's a 4. That's how they denote it's the 4th one.
When's the big summer blockbusters coming out? Is
Well,
there like
Will
a Mission
Smith
We
slapped
just
Impossible?
talked
Chris
about
Rock.
Expendables.
we'll expand. You're keeping this to yourself.
His daughters are good looking. Confirmed.
Wow,
The last
so much
Expendables-
sizzle on that description. Well,
The last Expendables came out in 2014. So it took a minute.
Yeah, 9 years. Yeah, Stallone, Sly's old. All that HGH, allegedly.
You gotta think at some point that's gonna catch up to him.
He's 76. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know there's a movie about Arnold Schwarzenegger right now called Fubar?
Well, it's
That's
not
on
about
Netflix.
him.
He's in
just
it.
in it.
What is it about then?
I know.
You know his
he's in it.
biography came out?
Apparently
It's called
it's
Fubar.
really bad.
Oh, I had no
Yeah,
plans
no,
of
he's
watching.
I can't remember. He's like, isn't he like a father or something? And
Chalmers, other than Top Gun, every movie's been terrible for about 10 years.
And the only
Not
Fubar
until
I
Mission
care
Impossible
about
comes out.
came out in 2002.
I love Mission
Only
Impossible.
movie star left is Tom Cruise. Everybody else is bullshit.
Well, there's another Mission Impossible coming out soon, isn't there? I went on a big binge because Netflix got me. Oh, you have until June 30th to see all the Mission Impossibles before they go away forever. I'm like, oh shit, I better start watching some again. Fucking, I'm such a sheep.
Just clear your schedule.
Oh, yeah, sorry, boys. I got till June 30th to do one thing and one thing only.
But they're swapping out the Mission Impossibles for more Jack Reachers, is what it seems like.
Yeah, there's a Jack Reacher.
They're trying to do a little this for that.
The problem with the movies these days is that they let the ratings be made by the people who made the movies. So you go on Prime and it's like 10 stars. You go, this is going to be amazing. Terrible garbage. The shows on Prime, I'm blown away by how bad they are. It's like they said, let's take a movie that would be good and then for the same price make 4 of them.
Well, which ones have you watched?
Sci-fi, action.
Have you watched Man in the High Castle?
Is that the futuristic Nazi one?
Like,
That's their.
It's-
those are their flagship shows. I'm
it's like-
talking the second level. On
okay.
the ones that aren't the huge icon on
Like
the menu.
The Boys,
Boys is good.
that show is awesome.
The Boys
on
is
Prime.
good.
What's that about?
That's the one where they're like evil superheroes.
There's superheroes that they're just like that. Have
But it's like
personal
R-rated
It
problems.
is
as well.
some dark
Dark
shit.
shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
like
good,
these
though.
superheroes.
And gruesome.
Basically, if you had a world where superheroes existed in the city and they were marketed as like these heroes, but
Owned
really
by a business, yeah.
they were pieces of shit and they just did bad stuff.
They fuck each other to death sometimes. Like, it's a whole thing.
Oh, yeah, there's...
It is very
The
graphic.
very first episode is nuts, man.
Yep.
And then there's one scene where, well, I can't tell you about it, but it is by far.
Is it the little guy that gets big?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
It is the wildest.
He goes
scene
spree-lunking,
in
you might say.
the history of TV.
Yeah, it's.
I don't want to watch
It's
shows
not
like
a way
this.
to go.
No, it's
not
I
a
don't
way to
want to
go.
watch shows like this.
not a way to go.
I'm not
You know what
into
show
this.
you want to watch? Brand new season starts today, Wanya. I'm
Big
actually
Brother?
excited. Well, that too, but new season of Alone. My survival show I
that's a
love.
good show.
That fucking rules. I love that show. It's
Big
on
Brother's
History
looking
Channel.
good.
Big Brother, I hope.
When's it start?
It's like season 80.
24.
It's 25, I think, actually.
25.
Big Brother, though, like,
When's
I
it
just
start?
finished up the Canadian version. It was so good. So I've got low expectations for the U.S. one.
No,
There's too many,
no.
like, Big Brother pros that go.
That's the only problem with Big Brother now. Everybody's got like a sock line to pump. They
Yeah.
all are excited about their.
They're all just trying to get to jury.
When's
That's
it
why
start?
I like the
When's it
Canadian
start?
one where it's like you have people in the show that are like, I don't really understand the game I'm playing.
How come they don't? They for sure know they're going on the show like a week or two before.
Yeah.
No,
And
they
then
they actually surprise him there in the show. Like, that's legit.
But if you think you're going on there,
How'd you get in my apartment with a
you
key?
like get advertisements? You're like wearing a Rocket Mortgage hat.
No, but they won't let that happen. But
Oh my God.
CBS won't let that happen.
Big Brother
this.
25 is not premiering till August 2nd.
What? You have to be seen in like logo-free clothing at all times.
Yeah.
All
Unless
the gear
you're
you bring
swaggy
into
C.
the house. Yeah. You can't bring in any third-party brands at all.
I'm trying to find out more about Big Brother 25.
Is it always in August? I feel like that's late.
I feel
It's
like that is
super late. It normally starts like early July.
Usually
when the
premieres in
Cup
late
is
June,
awarded.
early August, but season 25 is
Wait a
delayed due to
minute.
the
Late
ongoing
June, early August?
Writer strike?
late June, early July. Sorry,
That
right,
proves it's fake.
writer
Yeah.
strike.
Why would you need a writer if everything's real?
Yeah, there's nothing to write.
Good point. It's an
phoning, Big
all-new
Brother?
cast, no returnees.
Frank Saravalli.
Let's
Your dog?
answer
Give me
it.
a call.
Answer it.
An impromptu?
Yeah.
But put him on FaceTime.
Frank, I'm putting you on speakerphone because I'm recording a podcast. I got bullied into answering.
Okay.
So we got an impromptu guest, Frank Saravalli, joining us from DailyFaceoff.com.
Frankie! Frank, what do you think of Live PGA?
Yeah, we just dove into the Live PGA for the last 20 minutes.
I think it's utterly criminal that the guys that took the bag are now suddenly going to just be let back in as if nothing ever happened.
And nobody else gets the bag, is what it seems like.
No, and if that's the case, then the Saudi investment fund should also have to pay all the people that didn't, and whatever the average is, pay everyone out.
So what about a guy like, let's say, Mark Hubbard? You think that guy should get money?
Fuck is that?
I think you draw a line somewhere, but like whatever players, I think in fact you go back to the list of players that Liv targeted originally. Whoever they had interest in that said no, maybe you pay them.
Like
Because-
Tiger? What does Tiger do?
Yeah, like some of the best players in the world that said no.
Interesting. Okay.
What do you think of that Provorov deal?
All right, Frank, I'll give you a call right after this.
Your M-Track, you weren't even listening.
No, because you know what I was doing over here? I got Betway pulled up, and I'm cooking up a nasty UFC 289 parlay. That's what I'm doing while you guys are doing whatever the hell this podcast has turned into. UFC 289 this Saturday in Vancouver. 6 Canadians on the card, headlined by Nunez versus Aldana. And obviously, you're not going to go to Vancouver if you're sitting here in Edmonton right now. So you order it on pay-per-view. That's the way to do it.
It comes to you.
What's
Comes to you.
odds for Oliveri and Nunez parlayed both to win?
Okay, well, here's my parlay. I did a 5-legger.
Yikes.
25 into $2,000. Probably not the smartest play in the world betting wise, but I'm trying to get greedy on a Saturday night. Why not? So I am taking Aldana to beat Nunez at plus 250.
Whoa.
And Oliveira to win his fight at plus 125. They're both dogs. I'm adding in 3 of the Canadians. Mike Malott, who is doing the Nation Network media tour. Seems like the vibes are good there. He's a minus 210 favorite. Throw him in. Marc-Andre Barreau. I like him.
Barrow.
Minus 138 favorite. And I'm throwing in Jasmine Jazadavacious. Yazoo Devacious, plus 250. Dog. Frank just texted me and asked if I'm free. Bro, I just
He
asked.
must be driving and he's
I
bored.
just asked you a question on a podcast. Anyways, this 5-legger paying out beautifully. UFC 289 this Saturday. Putting that together with our friends at Betway. Having a good night.
So you're mad because when Frank was talking, you weren't listening. And then when you were talking, Frank wasn't listening.
Essentially, yeah.
And now you're not listening to me, you motherfucker, as I'm talking to you right now.
I'll answer for Tyler. Yes, I'm his
Outrageous.
proxy.
Yes, I love pee jokes.
Yep.
Anything,
I'm a big piss guy.
anything you're in.
Yep.
Just pee on me.
Gross.
Okay,
Too
so
far.
I got one
Diaper
elephant
daddy
in
is
the,
what
an
he's
elephant in the room subject that we don't seem to be handling. It's already
It's R. Kelly, isn't it?
It's June 8th.
He's in jail.
And I don't know when this is happening. And I feel like somebody's ducking their
Oh
responsibility.
no, we got a schedule, bro. You ready?
Your tree getting
You
cut
ready?
down?
I cannot wait.
The cut down tree?
afternoon-
Putting the brick on the wall?
Afternoon, yeah.
My
The
tree
studio
ass
reno.
album?
Oh, God. These free things these guys are asking me to do. Sorry, I can't get to them because I have real life stuff
All right,
to do.
Chalmers.
What?
Not afraid of the. I will look at this fucking elephant in the eye.
cannot
It is-
wait.
It is not a big elephant. It's just a little baby elephant.
Hello.
Dumbo.
What, his name?
I call
Oh,
him. I named
Dumbo.
him Dumbo. 'Cause I loved the cartoon as a kid. Okay, Dumbo. July 6th, after the Real Life podcast, we are heading to Remax Field.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yesterday, Chalmers,
Really?
Jay and
Yes.
I were on the other side of the outfield wall in highly restricted territory.
Okay.
Highly restricted. Unless you're like a vice
We
president
needed a key.
of EPCOR, you can't be where we were.
Nope.
And he looked at the green monster from the other side and just went, yeah, I got this. And I said, what about Chalmers? He goes, who? Think about
July
that.
6th there.
So the truth is, yes, we're in restricted areas. I did not say that. But anyways.
So we've got just a little less than a month.
So we're gonna go July 6th. I think we'll try to do it all in one shot, or maybe go. Oh no, and sorry, July 6th. We're gonna go do the real life content shoot around all this. July 3rd, I think the Monday, Aaron's gonna get us in to go into the batting cages at Remax
Cool.
for practice.
Okay.
And then July 6th is the Big Nation real life thing. And then on August 3rd, we're actually going to be featured. We're going to go on field during the game and do a little batting
You're going to go
practice.
on the field during the game and do batting practice.
Yeah, which just scared me shitless. For
What?
Oodle Noodle Oilers Nation night.
Yeah.
And what's the Nation
it's
real life
happening.
thing in the 6th?
This is where we go and do our contest.
I see.
It's happening.
I'm excited.
It's happening,
So you got
folks.
a month of hype.
So on the 3rd, to raise money for Make-A-Wish Foundation, because that is the charity sponsor that night, we'll come up with some kind of thing for you to come and join us on the field. But you have to make a donation to Make-A-Wish. So we'll flush that out.
Yeah.
But
I was impressed when Cam Lewis threw out the first pitch. I am
He did it with a hockey
very impressed. You're taking a home run derby during a baseball game.
I'm scared. So
Actually,
that's what
Cam did
I'm
it twice.
Who's going
now
to
I'm
pitch to
thinking
you?
about
Whoever the starting pitcher is that
Yeah.
game.
KJ.
Throw gas.
Hopefully it's my boy KJ.
I can't hit anything north of 50 miles an hour. I'm not good.
Yeah,
enough.
you could hit 60.
no.
I could get my bat on 60. I'm not going to hit it.
I think you can hit 60.
You'd square it up.
55 by far is the hardest you need to throw to be able to accurately put it where you want to. 50 is ideal. 50 is hard enough coming in that you can put it out.
Yeah.
You got to start doing
45 's
roids.
too light.
Stat.
I know.
55
I
gotta
is just
cycle
a bit
in.
too fast.
I've made my online purchase.
Oh, you already bought the bat.
Belarusian
No, I gotta
steroids.
go buy the bat. I'm talking about for the steroids I'm doing.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Soviet
Well,
era
HGH.
steroids.
Moldova.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's exciting.
So yeah, are you gonna be there?
Where's
Are you
the
gonna
elephant
puss
now,
out?
Chalmers?
Why would I puss out on this?
You're calling me out. Can you make it?
Of course I got the calendar's free that day now, my friend.
All right, good.
Yeah, I'll
Can't
be there
wait.
with fucking bells
You are
on.
infinitely known as a
can-
non-shower.
Can't wait.
Perfectly legit.
Your
to
Rev
say.
Chuck's gonna be there. You're gonna be
What are you
batting?
talking about? I come to things.
Are you coming to Nation Night July 7th?
What that is.
You've been emailed multiple
You've
times.
been
about it.
emailed multiple
No.
times. Yes.
Yep.
From who?
Maddie,
Yeah, you're one of the last on the RSVP list.
the only unconfirmed.
I like how he's got a huff here and he's looking it up.
What's the email address that it would come from?
Madison at the Nation Network, probably.
Madisen.
Staff party, July 7th. Spencer, Kennedy, Kylie, Gavin, Aaron, Tyler, Liam.
Well, is Chalmers on the list?
Ivan,
Don't dox the
Jay.
whole company.
Yeah, exactly. Why don't you say their addresses too?
Yeah, what's
Tyler?
everyone's social
Starting with yours.
Yep.
numbers?
And your credit card number.
Actually, he might not be on this, you guys.
Yeah, I'm not.
He wasn't on it.
Oh,
But she keeps saying that he hasn't responded. Maddie.
yeah.
Maddie.
Come on in here for a sec quickly.
Bringing people into the show.
Yeah, somebody's got to.
Can you save me my butt?
Maybe text.
These guys are saying that I haven't replied to a email invite for a party, which I'm
July
claiming
7th.
I've never received. Tyler looked it up, and I'm not on the list.
You're on the list, and you've actually never replied to any of my emails inviting you to things.
What is your email address?
I'm going to bet you have the
don't
wrong
say
email.
it out loud. You tell me it after.
We already said it all loud.
My name
Okay.
at Oilers Nation.
He's not on the email.
I think you might have the
Is
wrong
there?
email
Is there?
address.
He's not on this email list.
I'm looking over his shoulder. He has no emails from you.
Not one. Okay, we'll get to the bottom of this.
I'm right.
Just put
You're
I'm
wrong.
in. Just put I'm in.
Okay.
Okay. 7th,
July 7th.
done.
Friday.
6th and the 7th, eh? Look at us.
6 in the afternoon.
Look at us.
lot
Who
of
would have
ball.
thought?
What
Hanging
about
out 2 nights in
part-time?
a row where we just get to do fun stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chalmers is
Thank you.
confirmed.
Maybe I don't have your email.
I think you might not. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We'll get to the bottom
Anybody
of this.
else have any life shit they want to sort out on the
that's
air?
what- I like that we're just calling people out on their antics here, right on the podcast. Who else am I looking at out here? Yo, Liam's got some shit going on. He needs to air.
Oh, I'm sure he does. It was cheesecake night last night.
Yep. Yeah. It's pizza roll day today. It's a big.
Oh, they were out of pizza rolls by the time I
They
was done
sold
my
out.
last
That's why I had to skip lunch because I was
so hungry.
I know.
All right, let's wrap this up then. I'm hungry.
Dog patch greens with black and chicken, bro. It's elite.
That'd be good.
On a day like today where it is
Good
400
salad.
degrees.
30, and
good-
I
I
come
need
down to
Star
the River
Mechanical
Valley, which
bad
is
at my
just
house.
as peaceful as it can be coming down to the River Valley. I just do love it a lot. To pull up and just see trays of beers going out to the patio
Oh, I know.
made me about as happy as one can
I
be.
get so jealous.
It
I'm
is
like,
so
I want to
good.
be you right now.
It's like you can hear kids in the schoolyard having fun outside. You have to do homework and sit at your desk.
yeah.
Right?
The worst was when you got suspended, like a lunchtime in school suspension. You had to sit in there and just watch everyone eat their lunch and
The
talk.
best game of football of the year is played while
Yeah.
you're in the library.
Always.
Oh, can I say one more thing? Last night, what I did?
What'd you do, Chalmers?
I went downtown to a carnival and basically had it to myself.
What is this carnival?
Right next to Rogers Place, the OEG and a couple other sponsors are putting on what they call Sustainable.
So,
It is
like,
a 3-day carnival.
Stelter Square, that like
Exactly
empty lot?
right next door to the casino. This carnival is being ran. It's obviously not as big as Katie's. It's probably about a quarter the size, if that, an eighth of the size. But they are running it with 3 biodiesel generators, meaning that it's producing a small footprint.
Meaning it's a series of carnies riding bikes.
Yeah. So last night, they were putting the final touches on all the things, and we got invited to a special event between 6 and 9 o'clock.
Oh, so it was like it was.
This was a promo,
Okay, I thought you
media
went there
event.
and no one's like coming to it. And I'm like, oh
this
man,
was,
that's
no,
sad.
this is a
No,
promo.
no,
media
it's
event.
VIP.
It doesn't start until tomorrow.
Oh.
So what they wanted to do was
Chalmers married up, remember?
do an unveiling. Yes, I did. And so me, my wife, and our kids go there, and we
That would have been so much fun.
literally had a carnival to ourselves. We could just we would get on the ride and we would just go. We could walk to the next one and just go. It was a ton of fun, and I couldn't get my kids to do some of the real scary ones, but I did get them on like the swings. You know the swings.
Sure.
Swing of the
Oh
century.
man, it was good. So that's going to be going on for 3 days right downtown. So go
That
check
is
it
fun.
out.
I will check that out.
Big Ferris wheel there. You can see all of that.
I saw it today. I'm like, what the hell's going on over there?
Yeah. Very nice. Very cool. Something to do. Get you primed for when K-Days comes back.
Yeah.
But man, yeah.
K-Days is so expensive.
Katie's never left.
Crazy.
It is?
Yeah.
I went last year. Like we went to see a band that me missus liked. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll get drunk at K-Days. Why not? Drinks were $20-some each.
No.
Yeah, I was getting double Caesars. They were $25.
$11 a shot.
Yeah.
It used to be
Looking at the Rogers.
Yeah.
50 for a house wine.
Well, yeah, and if you got a highball for $7.75, that'd be like $16. So a little
Inflation,
bit of
you know?
inflation.
A little bit of inflation, yeah.
And yet Arizona iced tea remains value priced at 99 cents.
Except for some corner stores you go to where they write over it. Bastards.
Yeah, because they put the price on the can.
Yeah.
Right? They kind of force you. That's why you never bad business.
Owners,
carrying,
I saw an interview with him. He was like, I'll die before they raise the price.
Like the Costco hot
Yeah,
dog
the Costco
guy.
hot dog.
Yeah, but like,
But Costco hot dog, that's a loss leader for
That's
you
a
to
loss
buy
leader,
automotive tires. Arizona iced tea, I don't get the back end deal. Maybe they sell crack somewhere or
maybe.
other. Thirsty.
Their crack is so expensive. Got
I
offset.
need to wash this crack down.
Yeah. I got that dry mouth from all this crack.
All right, well, that's a wrap on this week's episode of the pod. Can we play the piss song one more time?
You know we can, buddy.
There you go. I want to listen
and
to it.
how we began.
We the best.
I'm Tyler, your Remchuck, here to tell you I'm fucking disgusting, bro. And I generally stink like piss. Because I don't wash my hands. I piss on them. I piss on them. I piss on them.
Oilers Nation real life.
Full of piss.
New pod, taking the piss.
I piss on them.
I actually piss all over myself. Like, the hands aren't even the problem.
Wow.
Piss on them. Piss on them.
Oh, somebody drinking their own urine is totally plausible.
You can find a way to mix in a pea jar.
Full of piss on them.
Sometimes I don't even take it out. I just go.
I don't wash my hands. I piss on them. Piss on them. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.